Coral restoration sounds like a straightforward process, but in reality, there are many moving parts. Our history at Caribbean Coral Restoration Center is what sets us apart. Early on, we found that environmental changes in the sea make it a necessity to create structures to give coral larvae a solid, unencumbered place to attach and grow to maturity. The building of these artificial reef structures and strategically placing them in areas where corals formerly thrived was the first step in our recovery program in the islands of Bocas del Toro, Panama. We concentrated on designing and building artificial reef habitats that were environmentally safe and compatible, met the needs of coral and encouraged the redevelopment of the devastated fisheries. It was 3 years before we ever started working with corals from the ocean. It was another 2 years before our new coral nurseries had developed to a point where we could harvest and transplant the resilient coral juveniles. By that time, these habitat areas had become havens for a huge variety of marine organisms. This included native fish of all types and sizes, lobster, conch, shellfish and sponges. Sea urchins and grazing fish helped clean algae from the structures. Within a little over 2 years they blended into the natural landscape. The biodiversity expanded and the ecosystems began functioning in a balanced manner. In 7 years, several thousand corals of 5 different species, resilient and adaptable to today's environmental changes, have been outplanted. The total footprint of affected habitat recovery areas is nearly 10 hectares. At least 6 different varieties of corals have self-seeded onto the artificial reef structures. The growth rate of the new corals has proven to be much faster than expected. The reaction of wild corals, sponges and fish near recovery areas is extremely evident. We have also developed a coral banking facility to protect and isolate resilient strains of endangered coral species in these waters. The goal is to sustain these species long enough to help them develop adaptable traits and be re-established in Panama waters. Much of what has been accomplished has been through the efforts of 5 indigenous workers who have now been trained in skills ranging from carpentry and steel work to concrete formulation and structural design. Several are now certified divers that work in teams to perform coral nursery maintenance and management. The positive impact of an active, community-focused coral and habitat reconstruction program in the Caribbean waters of Panama is clearly demonstrated and growing daily in positive influence. But time is running short. The pace of devastation is accelerating. Given the model of past experience and scientific predictions for the future, the next 3 to 5 years are critical to marine environments left in the waters of the archipelago. The good news is that our efforts have proven beyond a doubt that it is not too late. We simply need the means to support the personnel and technologies required to move forward. The environmental crisis is no longer deniable to any aware person. Hope for the future is also undeniable to those who choose to see, believe and care about what we have done. There is no more time for political hesitation or redundant research. All of us, as a conscious and capable species, must immediately become engaged in active efforts to recover the stability of this planet. And now you have seen what can be accomplished when action and dedication is supported by the contributions of those who are willing to stand up and be a part of an environmental recovery. You know what needs to be done. Just do it. Do it now.